Salutations, my name is Drunker, and today we are back with another episode of another Eidos of Dragon Vein R. That's right. So, this is part 2 of the Oppression Liberation Army. So, I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna do 2 parts of the, of the 6, because, the event is divided into 6 parts, but some of them are really short, so I'm just combining 2 parts together. So yeah. Anyway, Kyokugun Ryu is back, so we got Kyokugun Ryu. So if you want me to do Kyokugun Ryu, then I'm fine with that. So as you know, this is the banners for Kyokugun Ryu, featuring the base of Rikufune and Momiji, as well as the alt of Xiaolong. Then we got another one which features Genji and the alt for Kagura, and the last one is featuring Jigoro and the alt for Habeki. This is base Jigoro, by the way. So if you're wanting the Hikaru Gen Jigoro one, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get through the pack. Anyway, here are the patch notes for this event. So there's some new events, which is from OB6 to OB11. I think there's only 2 parts of the story today, as well as a new scouting and also new units. And we have also gotten a new unit specifically from Kyokugun Ryu, which is the Hot Spring Doorkeeper, Hot Spring Fox, and the Hot Spring Red Demon. And then we also have animated stills, which is the one for Yakut, his first alt, which is the anniversary one, and base Hifumi. Oh my god. Alright, so I managed to do the 2 levels. So here we are with OB7. The tides of the Dragon Veins have turned. What? Why are we suddenly talking about Dragon Veins now? Well, actually, they've long teased that during Bachelor Island. Which, by the way, you know what? For this summer, I'm gonna be filming Bachelor Island instead of Arcane Bootcamp, because actually, I do have the footage, but the audio is just not that good, so I might just re-record it. But oh my goodness, that was the longest event in my life. Oh. Anyway, the tides of the Dragon Veins have turned. Alright, I knew Ivar was in this event, so, well, obviously, it's the Jailer of Valhalla. Well, anyway, I don't remember how I voiced you during those 2 events. Anyway, Sepia ain't changed one bit since the last time I saw it. We're actually in we're in the red light district for some reason, and they're here. Must be them exploring. Yeah. I take it that means you've been here. You know their railway system was only built fairly recently, yeah? Which only goes to show how the place is just as vulgar as it's always been. Just look around. I'm sure you can spot all the former prisoners from Valhalla walking around. Wait, is that who I think it is? Oh! It's King! So good to be back in the free world. Man, I need to catch up on fun. Yo, boss! There's so many new money-making opportunities left and right here. All merc-related work, though. Lots of quests for driving back all the monsters, pouring out of lairs aiming to invade places, which are aimed at highly skilled adventurers. They're NSA too, so no background check, which means we wouldn't have to worry about our criminal records. Apparently criminal record. Man, the Adventurers Guild is such a total joke. In Sepia at least, as long as you've got what it takes, anyone can be an adventurer. That really streamlines things. That being said, you and I could easily rake in more dough than any of these random punks and convicts. Just how long do you intend on letting others keep you down? You don't even make eye contact with anybody. Weren't you once a military man? Sir, yes, sir. Ivar's remark prompts Sigvaldi to snap his back straight and respond affirmatively to that question with a proper salute, a habit ingrained so deeply into one which he shan't ever shake. Don't tell me you've never felt the urge to go back. If you ask me, being a soldier is clearly your true calling. I'm content with who I am now. I'm not sulking around, I'm merely staying vigilant. And what about you? Don't you miss your old stomping grounds? Me? Miss that damn jail? Not a chance. Ivar responds swiftly while letting out a weary sigh. But I won't deny how spotting this thing here takes me back a little. Ivar clarifies as he briefly nods at a black market relic dealer showing off a certain item. Oh, the swirly goggles. What the? Are these berserker goggles? Nah, these look far newer, and in remarkably good condition. My inmate buddies would call these things swirly goggles. Huh, nothing of the sort deserves such an endearingly cute nickname like that. Good grief. We forcibly had countless prisoners put these on whenever we rounded them up for excavation surveys in super difficult layers. I was against such measures, but that's not to say that these relics aren't far stronger than the usual sorcery tools or magic implements we use. What the heck? Wow, describing all those the stuff you do in the jails, huh? To brainwash them. Wow. That place was rife with relics like these, which made it all but certain we'd always resort to inhumane means of expediency? I don't know how you say that word. These things would strip adventurers off their sanity, sending them into a frenzy. I suppose that was the cost for unlocking their latent power, but still. For you to say that these bring you back a little, don't tell me that means you've experienced us having you put these on. Yeah, but believe it or not, they didn't even affect me one bit. Of course I played along, pretending it was working for the guard's sake. You pretended that they worked on you? Oh there, buddy. What kind of wild fantasies are you cooking up in that head of yours? Well, the owner of this relic didn't take it too kindly that one of his prized possessions had a no effect on me. Once he realized it wasn't working on me, he got so desperate that he tried having me use all sorts of other contraptions instead. It was really gross how he popped inside my lonely cell out of nowhere. For a second I thought I was hallucinating or something, but nope. The owner of this relic? Ah yes, that would be the petty Shadow King of the jail lair Valhalla. Just like any other magical beast, I suppose he was simply craving the company of a surface-dwelling person like myself. There was one of those there. I've never seen a single mention of such a being in any of our records back in Azerterra. Well, there is. Even so, I find it hard to believe he'd actually accept a Shadow King's catcall. Sigvaldi retorts as he recalls the time Ivar was stark naked. He just can't imagine crystals forming from interacting with a magical beast like that. And would you be right about that? After all, you are the one I chose. Oh Lord, would he have mercy. Hey, you're hoping to sell this to me, yeah? How much are you wanting? Wow, gotta say, that's surprisingly cheaper than what I was expecting. Wait, does that mean these things are flooding the market? You're actually thinking about buying something that's dangerous? Oh, but of course. I thought it'd be amusing to have you put him on. Hell would have to freeze over first. Wait, you bought it? Return it now! Oh my god. Oh. Oh, we got Full House. Others are heading this way, but who? Several people, judging from their footsteps. Probably a bunch of amateur adventurers. Well, it's not like I have any reason to be here anymore, but still. Lead the way, but make this quick. Time is money, so every second counts. Yes, I understand. Whoa! Wait a second, you're familiar! Wait a second, are you the bandit ballista? Wait, hold on. You look exactly like him. I think the headband is what got me thinking. Also, what's up with the people wearing these type of styles now? Like, Jigoro had that style as well. Who else also had this style? I don't remember. Okay, what's up with you guys? I'll remind you though that you're the one who insisted that we not run into any magical beast or any remaining prisoners still hold up here. Well, we've certainly traveled pretty deep down into this place, haven't we? Are you sure we're going the right way? I've never been locked up before, so this is my first time seeing jail cells. From the inside, of course. This cell here used to basically be Var's old stomping grounds. Well, did you find what you wanted? Guided by the light of their magic flame lanterns, these two Nouveau Riche adventurers rummaged through the cell, its walls so thick that every breath they take eerily echoes back to their ears. Don't tell me there's nothing here. This can't be! Every relic we found so far is busted as hell. Not a single damn one works. Hey, you make sure you grab as much gear as you can, got it? Very well. Don't tell me others managed to haul out all the good relics first. Damn it, coming all this way just to leave empty-handed. I won't accept it. The market just had to bring down the price for management rights to this damn jail to mere Dracos. But if we don't bring anything back with us, we'd be so deep in the red, I don't know what we'd do. I mean, yes, you'll be right about that, but you really need to keep your voice down. Searching for something, are we? Who? Just then, a lizard man steps out from the darkness and fires at them just as they turn around in reaction to his sudden remark. The dry crack of the gunshot reverberates loudly inside in the cell. An enemy force! Gunfire? Do you know who I am? Are you the dude from Stallion Smash? Cause if I did, I remember you pretty well. Wait, no. The dude from Stallion Smash that holds Spica's chest was human. I'll pay up. Just please, spare me my life. Oh, we got Fagar. Like, fairy? I don't know how you say that. Okay, well, you look cool with a very cool, slick design. Ooh, you look like you would fit right into Casino City really well. My goodness, I'm never gonna leave that event be. Howdy there, thieves. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anyone but prisoners to drop by. Moreover, I could have sworn I made sure to buy up every share of the management rights to this prison. This place ought to be my property, no? And I happen to be the type who doesn't tolerate thieves, which would make this place my property. But no, I run into the one type of people I have zero tolerance for: thieves. Gentlemen, you'd best run for it. I'll buy you guys some time. Coming at a gun with an augmented bow. Just when I thought I'd only be dealing with worthless prisoners, I get such a lovely, unexpected surprise. The guys holed up here in Valhalla these days are all double-dyed villains. The two guys who just ran off screaming don't even stand a chance making it out of this place in one piece. I'm sure you think that too, am I right? Fagar seems to show absolutely zero interest in the items he has reclaimed from all the lair divers. I was only hired by those guys to lead them down here. Here, you can have all these back. Bolt, a prisoner mercenary, dumps every piece of relic junk he had been forced to keep on his person, then stands in place and raises his hand in surrender, before backing away and vanishing into the darkness. All of these are so perfectly busted. Nothing I can do with these now. Oswald, the Shadow King of Gluttony who reigns in Valhalla. Oswald, do you hear me? What? The Shadow King of Gluttony? Isn't that Bizbub? Well, we're gonna do... I guess we do need Guess we do need a recap of who the Shadow King of Gluttony is. So we're gonna be doing chapter 2 probably next month. So just to do a little recap. But apparently there's a new Shadow King of Gluttony. Bizbub, I think he's coming for your job. Well, we know you're better. Come on, your design is slick. But let's see what this Oswald dude has something to do. Apparently he might be the Shadow King of Gluttony for Valhalla. Or maybe he's a past Shadow King of Gluttony. But that doesn't make sense because Bizbub would have known that. Anyway. Oh! Just the kind of scumbag piece of trash I've been waiting for has finally made its way to me. Oh. This is Oswald apparently. Oh, you have a very cool design. Very detailed, I have to say. Wow. Not bad, not bad. Will you give Bizbub a run for his money? We don't know. We'll just have to see when they battle. The hell are you supposed to be? You're clearly no prisoner. I finally get to meet you, Gluttony. Are you, perchance, stronger than Ivar? Huh, scrawny, but that doesn't bother me. What I want to know is whether you're more rotten and scummier than him. Huh, who's to say? That's for you to judge, no? You yourself reek of sin and evil, you know, but Ivar, he didn't choose me. Me of all guys, to think a prize like that would just slip away from me. Damn it all! Of course, that barbarian king's nothing more than a measly former powerhouse at this point. I'm sure you can sense that too, yes? The dragon veins flow entirely differently from before. The demons from below can now freely run rampant on the surface. The Shadow Kings of Sinful Desire, who used to keep the power behind the desires of surface dwellers in check by monopolizing on that power, are nothing more than fools, wouldn't you say? Each of them seek to rewrite the world in a way that allows them to rule it all, which has only resulted in what stability El Dorado had to shatter entirely, plunging it ever deeper into utter chaos. Which explains how a cheap-looking bastard like you as someone managed to grace himself with my presence. More like you get to be graced with my presence. But let's be clear here, this is an opportunity for you just as much as it is for me. Oh, Shadow King of Ill Fate. My apologies. I meant to say, Oswald, Shadow King of Gluttony. Tuh, shut your trap while you still have the chance, you damn lizard. You're on a whole different level than some run-of-the-mill petty Shadow King, no? One look at how bizarrely complex and convoluted Valhalla is makes that clear as day. The core of this jail layer Valhalla is a fragment piece of the Ark, but alas it happened to land right in a barren zone as far as dragon veins are concerned. You're wedged between the domains of Fegor, the Shadow King of Indolence, and Mammon, the Shadow King of Greed, which is what started your long track record of misfortune, am I right? Huh? Misfortune, you say? You dare pity me? I will say though, you seem to have a decent head on your shoulders, unlike all the other idiot prisoners here. Ivar never could figure out as much as you have, but the guy wouldn't listen to a damn word I told him, so that's his own fault. Traverser's fate is such a pain in the ass, and stupid as can be, compared to him, though you're unironically far quicker on your feet. Oh, he's called Traverser! Traverser! Oh, so that's his so that's his Eidos! Well, naturally. I'm the mastermind of Sepia's black market. Ooh, okay. I'm destined to be the one who collects every old book in antiquity this whole world has to offer. I think that's Folker's job, Vagar. Folker already took that job, okay? So, do you mean to say that you have no desire to head up to the surface yourself, Oswald? If that doesn't interest you at all, then I might as well have you relinquish full ownership of Valhalla to me. That way it's off your hands, no? I've already brought up every share of management rights to this place from those Sepian merchants you see. Azerterra intends to bury this inconvenient footnote of their history away, casting it aside as if nothing had ever taken place here. By the logic of the world on the surface, that makes me the master of this lair now, would it not? I swear, every word that comes out of your mouth pisses me off. Of course I want to head out onto the surface, but now is not the time. Only cause ya ain't got a single decent disciple on your hands, am I right? You're also butthurt that your top pick for one got away from ya. Why, I gotta rip you to shreds right now for that! Fine by me, cause the one who's all emotional is bound to be the one who loses, you know. Big swings from those fat arms of yours could never be enough to do me in, and you know it. Though, if you were to pull me into a tight embrace, I suppose that wouldn't be so terrible. Fegar scoffs as he parries Oswald's heavy blow with nothing but a slender cane. Far from snapping, the cane doesn't even bend. Oswald notices how the cane possesses an iron core concealed inside it, but he has become fixated on the sole objective of smashing it to pieces. Next, the cold barrel of Fegar's gun presses against the mighty beast's forehead. You bastard! Guess this means you're not some pushover from the surface, huh? Just to think, a lizard bastard who actually knows how to fight! Unbelievable! You wouldn't happen to be an adventurer out of Verdantia, where that flashy, frivolous bastard Asmon resides, would you? I'd rather you not bring up Verdantia. That place has nothing to do with you, no? That's where nothing but brute, raw force gets anything done, which is why it'd never be suitable for the likes of me. Ever since the day the Dragon Veins underwent their current transformation, I parted ways with my brethren and came here. The market doesn't lie, you see. Buy low, sell high, that's the game. Pull that off, and running Sepia's black market is basically child's play. So you're from Verdantia too? My goodness, there's so many of you guys now. You're looking at Fegar, and I've come here under the presumption that I'd find merchandise which would allow me to buy up this world itself. What's up with people trying to dominate the world? My goodness. Merchandise, you say? You'll find nothing of the such in this dump. I'm referring to you, of course, O Shadow King of Gluttony. Valhalla has poured out so many relics which have driven many an adventurers down the wicked path of depravity, and the same can still be said about it now. This world tries to handle its chaos by piling on order onto its inhabitants, yet by binding adventurers hand and foot, adventurers crave all the more for release, or in other words, liberation from that oppressive order. Their oppression that ultimately builds up inside each and every one of them becomes so gloomy and unbearable. Are you just suggesting that you wish to let loose all the frustrations that those surface-dwelling bastards have left festered inside themselves? If so, that would be my specialty in a nutshell. So glad to definitely hear you be of use, Oswald. Now as for what's caught my eye in particular, one need look no further than these here goggles. Of course, all those shabby little thieves from earlier seem to be after him too. Fegar remarks as he had Oswald look at the swirly goggles for himself about the pair that happened to be totally busted with no sight of ever working again. I intend to duplicate this particular kind of relic, and I want you to be the one who tells me how its magic conduits work. You want to make copies of these? Relics are not that simple. Now you listen up. Relics are... Yes, crystalline goods are born out of the ashes of adventurers of cycles past from long ago, which rest in these layers. And as for the relics found here in Valhalla, they serve as bonds with the punishment tanks of the Ark, meaning they're goddamn miracles. Yeah, that sounds about right. But what grounds does all this that gives you to say that copying them can be done? Even by knowing all that, what can't be done can't be done. Cause I too am a demon of this lair, and I've got the massive capital that I've built up on the surface, and the mana to boot to make it feasible. Even Prof. Bolsky managed to build replicas of the original enhancer. Oh! So it looks like It's Here time becomes relevant once again. I figure I ought to be able to do the same, don't you think? Judging from the shadow I see there, it seems that one dude didn't actually dip, huh? Huh? Oh, it's the Bandaballista again. Eavesdropping, is he? He must have some balls. Yikes. Please, just let me get out of here alive. I'm a former prisoner of Valhalla, no doubt. How pitiful is to see that you've been casted aside by your keeper. Well then, Oswald, it looks to me like we've got ourselves a test subject here. Huh? We're not just going to kill him off? Get to teaching me about how these goggles work. I need to know the secrets to these goggles that enables them to draw out power from even the frailest of puny-ass adventurers like this dude. No, stop! Please don't! I never want to put those on ever again! Wait, that dimwit didn't escape when he had the chance? Vegar, I've heard that name before. He's the guy who's bought up every last piece of my gold work. Full House has... Ooh, we're getting Full House lore. Alright, let's see. But duplicating a relic, is that even possible? I mean, Volsky kinda did it, so yeah. Uh-oh, I'm starting to breathe hard because of all this excitement. I need to calm myself down. Can't even find use enhancer replicas anywhere. Huh, they got such a premium on them. There ain't no way I can afford one. Huh, bet that means there are plenty of other guys out there who want one too. Guys who want to bulk up the easy way. I can't possibly be the only one. There's just no way. Do I just head back to Bovine Farm? Nope, that ain't gonna work. I've gone a whole month without that milk. I just gotta level up some other way. Why the hell did I come all the way to Sepia for? I saved up for the frickin' fair, but for what? Back in the Federation, there's the Adventurers Guild and the Grand Bathhouse to enjoy, but where the heck do Sepians go to hang out? The guild they got here is full of nothing but thugs, which is why I can't even walk up to it. Man, should have at least asked around about the cruising spots. Sepia does in fact have a bathhouse for its miners, of course. As for cruising spots, though, that role is almost exclusively served by its metro stations. However, Dunk has no knowledge about any of this. Guess it's my fault that my mind is in the gutter 24/7. Should have been focused on bulking up so I can level up. Sepian adventures are even bigger workaholics than I expected. Such a huge drag. With this, anyone can instantly and easily become manlier. The image that Dunk had conjured up based off the slogan the Sepian marketplace had slapped onto the enhancers has turned out wildly out of step with reality. Those bourgeois merchants must be eating fine, hammering out deals with their paunchy bellies sticking out. Dunk thinks to himself. I guess the ones stuck with the grueling work are the craftsmen. Maybe most of them bulk up their muscles from all the physical labor for hard-headed guys just like Volan. I really don't care for that kind of approach at all. But I'm sure there are still a decent number of beefed-up adventurers that thanks to that. Wait, I got it. If I just follow him from a distance just for a little bit, maybe I'd score in a one-night chance. Or maybe, just maybe, I'd figure out some secret to bulking up. I guess this counts as sightseeing, so an adventure it is. Whoa, so many places open at night here. Oh yeah, you need Dracos for literally everything you'd want to do here in Sepia. Dunk sees a few bulky adventurers vanish inside a certain building as if they got sucked right in. Overwhelmed by the pulsating neon lights, Dunk has stopped in his tracks. He can't tell whether it is a nightclub or a cruising spot like he is hoping for. Oh. Hello, Baccarat. Hey there, bro. What's up? Oh my god, I changed Baccarat's voice. Why did I? Because I actually watched Casino City again and it was unbearable. I'm just gonna use a bit of I'm gonna soft tone his voice a bit. Oh, me? Yes, sirree. Ya got some nice specs there. Wait, don't squeeze him. You do any sort of training? Nah, I don't do anything special. Knew it! Hey, would you like to level up at this secret gym? A gym? Like a training gym? Yes, sirree! This one's members only. Huh? Sounds like it's only for rich guys. Back in the Federation, you'd had to pay guys to train at once. Quest, heck, any gig would provide way more of a workout, more than I could ever stomach. That's for sure. Hey, would you happen to know any shop that's selling enhancer replicas at really cheap? Enhancers, you say? Enhancers are totally outdated. Yup, they sure are. Muscles for a show are fake, plain and simple. Nothing but toys to play with. I'm fine with my muscles being just for show, even if they are fake. Well, this era is all about the real deal, sir. You'll become a thing of the past just like that. Bovine milk from the Federation, if anyone were to find out about you, wouldn't just be lame, sir. What? Wouldn't that just be lame, sir? You've gotta be joking. Orders for bovine milk are still pouring in from all over El Dorado. Parteo's busting his ass as we speak to produce enough. Sure going to bat for it, aren't ya? Well, just so you know, sir, I'm an insider by trade. Well, ain't no way some pricey members-only club ain't out of my league in the first place, so... You say that, but non-members actually get an amazing free trial. All those hunks you love so much are getting all cozy on the other side of this wall. Spotting each other as they wank each other off. Yes, sirree! Spotting each other as they wank each other off? Whoops, did I let that slip? Anyway, no need to worry about this gym being secret and all. It's basically free. We just had you work off your dues by serving as a combat operative later on. Either that or you help me with drumming up business. Did you just say combat operative? You aren't plotting anything sinister, are you? No need to sweat and get hung up on the little details. Trust me, bro, everyone's waiting to hit you up on the other side of this wall. That I guarantee you, sir. Just one wall separates you from the world you've been dreaming of, sir. Wait, if guys like me come here, then that means this must be one of Sepia's cruising spots. Yep, it's gotta be. See there. One hunk after another is walking right into the gym. Yes, sir, they are. Now then, I say it's time you start your free trial now, bro. Heck, I'd let you slip past that and go straight to signing up. Let's just see what head back to your lodge is. The end. Okay, thank you. I'll just look at the scene, and if it's a not safe for work scene, well, obviously it is a not safe for work scene. Golly, I'm just gonna skip over it. Oh. Whoa, this place is so cutting edge. Is this some sort of training zone? Maybe this trip was worth it after all. Dunk has at last stepped into this members-only secret gym. Before him are the rows of cutting-edge training equipment, illuminated only by the dim glow of magic flames, under the pretense of helping members focus. Amid the stifling steamy air and the clanging of weights, the sounds of labored breathing and the occasional faint moan can be heard. The place is exactly what Dunk had been hoping for. Sepia's just got a whole lot more impressive. This might actually turn out to be a good experience for me. Yep, I'm gonna give the real deal a go. Who are you? Okay. Then in the corner of his eye, Dunk glances at an adventurer reclining on the training bench next to him. Whoa, what a bod. What's with the eye mask looking goggles though? His workout attire sure is thin as hell. Oh lord, did he ever? Is it torn somehow? Wait a sec, it's melting. It can't actually be melting, can it? Anyways, I actually checked the scene now, and I'll be sharing that at the end of this not end of the episode, at the end of the event. So yes, so anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all whenever. Bye bye.